Hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth and final part of the Calcmet DX4040 video series. I'm going to show you how to take data from the PDA and get it onto your computer so you can insert it into reports. Or at least as much as I know at this juncture. So to recap, we have done a zero, and then we took gas measurements using the DX4040, and now we've got all of our instrumentation sorted out. We've got spectra and results on our instrument. Now, so here's our challenge. We've got results, and it's per species, and obviously this data is a mess because there's no carbon dioxide in our ambient air, which would be a real big problem. It's because our interferometer is broken, but the process still works the same. So what we're going to do is first we're going to connect the PDA via mini USB to our computer. We're going to want to make sure our computer also has that serial number USB key, because that we'll need that in order to run the correct version, the Pro version of Calcmet. We're going to come over here, and if this is a rental laptop, you probably got either Windows Mobile Device Center or ActiveSync, one of the two running. It'll take about 30 seconds to come up with this check and connect. Go over to File Management, and then into Extended Storage, where hopefully you built at the very beginning here a file. So I've got my BVNA file in here. And now results, the background will give you the background spectra. You shouldn't need to look at that. The results here will be in a text file, and that's kind of, gosh, isn't that a mess? It's kind of hard to see it tabbed values, separated values. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and take a look at the actual spectra, which is what the magic is. That's in samples. We've got a real variety of spectra here that I did during this testing. We'll just pull out the most recent one. This is going to pull up Calcmet. As you can see, I've got some real serious problems with the spectra because the interferometer is broken, which is also giving me yellow residuals here. So that's our Fourier transform graph, and I'm not sure yet how to get these exported, but I've got a limited time with this equipment, so I wanted to shoot what I knew. In the meanwhile, one thing I can tell you is you can look at your data and determine via water sample, water vapor percent volume should be around 1%, and carbon dioxide should be really no less than 400, up to about 1,000 if you're in an office building. But you want to see as little yellow as possible, meaning that you don't have a whole lot of residual reading, which would indicate a problem with the interferometer. Go ahead up to the little baby face over here. Go to simple mode. There's probably another way to do this, but I'm just really not sure how yet, with enough to be able to train other people. If you want to get rid of the noise, go ahead and hit identify, and then that will bring up the actual species and concentrations that you found on your spectra, and it will also adjust your spectra for you to help you see it. I got two problems here, actually a few. There's supposed to be a couple of options for gas library referencing, and I'm not 100% sure how to do that in advanced mode yet. Advanced mode over here will bring us back to this screen. There's supposed to be a couple of ways to do that. I'm supposed to be able to go in to Tools. Where is that? I'm supposed to go in to the menu in here and be able to do a library search. I can't figure out how to do that yet, even though Calcmet walked me through it once. It's kind of complicated. Here it is. So Tools, Advanced Library Search. This doesn't seem to do what I hoped it would do, but I've been told that you really should have a couple ppm of something that's not programmed in order to see it. It may be that I just have nothing. So that's supposed to be the process for that, but I'm not really sure how that works yet, so that's a gap. The other thing is I'm not really sure how to export data out of here, and it doesn't seem to quite fit on the correct size of the instrument, of the resolution of the screen here. So I'm not sure how to get a good screen capture of it either, although I do know that these move around a little bit. So I'd probably just use the snipping tool or print screen functionality to move it around. That's not going to help me for my analysis results though, so I've got a few gaps. But at the very least now you understand how to take your spectra and your readings and get them onto your computer. Thanks very much. If you've got any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email.